What's going on YouTube? Ronin Frog 87 here, guys. And today I wanted to talk about even more crazy Yu-Gi-Oh card prices. Last week was all about like all the psychic stuff in anticipation for the Cosmo archetype. You saw movements and fluctuations in the Yu-Gi-Oh card market. And well, now another Yu-Gi-Oh card archetype, a TCG exclusive archetype, is causing even more price fluctuations that week. Well, maybe not to the extent that the Cosmo are, but they are, causing price increases nonetheless. And we all heard about Kaiju and how, they tribute your opponent's monsters and you give them, as DP Yu-Gi-Oh calls them, there's some big motherfuckers. The Kaiju, they're like based off of Godzilla monsters. Gojira, as the Japanese call them. Well, anyways, they've caused some cards go up in price that will work in conjunction with their deck. And the first one is called Remove Brainwashing, that came out all the way back in Magician's Force. My god, that set is so fucking old. And I believe it got a reprint in Duelist Revelations 1, and that set is old in and of itself as well, relatively speaking. And you see here on Troll and Chol, they're already sold out. I mean, they were going for 49 cents, but, as soon as a Yu-Gi-Oh hype train gets going, it gets fucking going, and and logic and reason are thrown out the freaking window, and people just pick up these cards like crazy. And so, yeah, they were going for 49 cents. But if you saw Vexicus's video, right over here, Vexicus being all himself, all razzle dazzle. Well, anyways, yeah, he had them at $5 to $8 at the time he posted this video in the morning. Well, morning my time. And but over here on TCG Player, they're going for as much as almost $15 freaking dollars for a common. And that, keep in mind, guys, that's with shipping included. So what a deal, right? And then here, oh wow, they're not budging. They're like, even the median and the low are still at hovering around $15 freaking dollars. And I haven't seen a common go this high since freaking Vanity's Emptiness. Although Vanity's Emptiness, went as high as, and they're going as high into the freaking 40s if I recall correctly. That was just freaking crazy. But yeah, and then the other card that's getting hype, although not as much, is Owner's Seal. And then, for if you didn't read, Remove Brainwashing as long as this card remains face up on the field, the control of all monsters on the field return to the original owner. So what you do is you summon the Kaiju to your opponent's field, you activate this, and then you get your big motherfuckers right back. Alright, then the next one is Owner's Seal, which has a similar effect, but it's only, unlike Remove Brainwashing, Remove Brainwash, I can't even speak right now. Remove Brainwashing is a continuous trap card, so it's permanent, basically, until your opponent gets rid of it. But Owner's Seal is just like a one-off, so it's just a normal spell, and it came out all the way back in Light of Destruction, so a little more recent, but maybe like a few more years recent. But yeah, return control of all monsters on the field to their original owners. So you summon Kaijus on their field and you get them right back. And so this one's going for around $5, but hey, shipping is $48. 48 cents. Excuse me, $48. What the hell am I talking about? 48 cents. But here you see the range is a little more varied here. The high, they go around as much as $10 to around $8 to around $6. So yeah, so get them. I guess get them while they're $4.50 while they last, guys. But yeah, and that's on TCG Player, and on Troll and Toad, of course, they're sold out. They were going for as much as 79 cents. The rare was, and so they're always, when a card is sold out on Troll and Toad, something's up. And so yeah, and then I also saw a Mega Capital G's video as well on this topic, and I agree with him more because Vexicus was a little dismissive, Vexy. I love him as well. Also one of my favorite Yugi tubers. He was like, what the fuck, what the hell is going on with all these card prices? And in effect, he is right. Move Brainwashing and it's not even Vanity's Emptiness is a league. At least Vanity's Emptiness, there was a reason for that card to, being a common card, for it to go as high as it did. And Remove Brainwashing, there's only 3 Kaiju cards out right now. The deck has not proven itself yet. And who knows if it will with only 3 freaking cards. And, he did compare them to the UA, which, is a fair assessment because UA were to Burning Abyss, well, I guess Kaiju is going to be the Cosmos, so that's a very fair assertion on his part. But I kind of agree with Mega Capital G on his part, where he's saying, well, it does make a lot of sense, you know. This is like the first, because this deck is going to, even though it may not be competitive, it's going to have a huge fan following because a lot of people love Kaijus, a lot of people love Godzilla. I love Pacific Rim, you know. If you haven't seen that movie, do yourself a favor and go watch Pacific Rim. It is just freaking awesome with, you know, giant mechs fighting freaking big ass monsters, big ass humongous monsters. It's just freaking awesome. So yeah, this deck is going to have a huge following, a huge fan base, even more so than UA, I believe, because people are so in love with this mythology that was created in Japan. And so yeah, and I also agree with his sentiment that, you know, even when that he hates it, he doesn't like it when, you know, there's like a card price increase and it automatically gets like a negative backlash. And I'm like, you know what? That does make a lot of sense because sometimes sometimes backlash is warranted. You know, in case with Spell Chronicle with that freaking that whole embarrassment. But sometimes it does make a lot of sense, you know, to not backlash because look at what Vanity's Emptiness. Remember, guys, remember when it just shot up to $10 and people were like freaking out and like, what, that card? No, you know, it can't go up that. It doesn't deserve to go out that up high and then basically where it got to the point where you had to run like 3 copies of Vanity's Emptiness just to compete, and that card ended up going into like what $40 and like, so yeah, so sometimes, you know, cards, even though they're common, do deserve to go up at that high in price, and we'll see if, you know, time will tell, because, you know, obviously those 2 cards are going to be needed in that deck right now, you know, even though I don't think you can build much of a deck of it right now. Those cards are absolutely necessary for this deck to, I guess, get off the ground. And so, yeah, that's basically pretty much it, what I wanted to talk about, guys. You know, this whole little situation here, it's just freaking crazy. What do you guys, and to end this video, what do you guys think, you know? Do you think in the long run, are these card prices going to be justified, you know, freaking remove brainwashing, even if, you know, Kaiju never pan out? And maybe this might go a little lower. What do you guys? I want to know your guys' thoughts on this whole situation. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this whole video, guys. And if you enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment so you guys can see content just like this and much, much more. And as always, I am Ronin Frog 87, bidding you farewell, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.